From Raven teaming up with Gumball and Ben 10 to save the entire Cartoon Network multiverse, to the Titans fighting a crossover villain with a weapon that's just a big red pen. Today, we're going to be going over every single time Teen Titans Go appeared in other cartoons, and we're going to start with arguably the most personal crossover the show has ever done, Young Justice. Young Justice was a superhero animated series that ran on Cartoon Network from 2010 to 2013, following a team of young DC heroes on covert missions. The show was serialized, dark, and beloved by older DC fans. When Cartoon Network canceled it after season 2, those fans were furious, and a lot of them blamed Teen Titans Go directly for taking its time slot. So what did the Teen Titans Go team do with all that hate? They literally wrote an entire episode about it. Co-creator Michael Jelenic has said the team had a 3-day script deadline with nothing written and decided to just respond to their harshest critics. That episode was Let's Get Serious. The episode starts with the high five robbing a weapons depot and the Titans showing up to stop them, except they're making fart noises and goofing off the whole time.
Today, evil will fall to its knees! Today!
Before they could do anything useful, Aqualad, Superboy, and Miss Martian from Young Justice fly in and take out the entire squad in seconds. Aqualad then turns to Robin and delivers a full-on speech, calling the Titans a disgrace to all real superheroes, which leads to this scene.
You and your team have brought nothing but shame to all real superheroes. The Teen Titans are a disgrace.
Hey, you are way off base, buddy.
Embarrassed and stung, Robin decides the team needs to completely change. They need to get serious. So Robin forces the Titans through a transformation, and they all come out with grotesquely realistic, serious designs. Massive chins, dead eyes, zero jokes. It's a parody of every dark and gritty DC property that has ever existed. The serious Titans eventually take down the Hive's kill satellite, which impresses Young Justice when they return.
We came here to clean up your mess, but it looks like you have everything under control.
But then Cyborg drinks Beast Boy's juice. It sparks a massive blowout argument, and the whole team splits up entirely. The episode closes on a fake "on the next episode" card that just cuts back to the silly faces gag from earlier, making it pretty clear the Titans are never gonna change. One more thing worth pointing out, Aqualad is voiced by Carrie Payton, the same actor who voices Cyborg in Teen Titans Go, so he was literally arguing with himself the entire episode. Next, we have Truth, Justice, and what? And this one involves a crossover that technically shouldn't exist. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were owned by Nickelodeon at the time, Cartoon Network's biggest rival, making a proper crossover basically impossible. So the show gets around it by never calling them by their real names, referring to them only as the cool youngish mutated karate turtle dudes. Greg Sipes, who voices Beast Boy, also voiced Michelangelo in the 2012 TMNT series, and Scott Menville, who voices Robin, had a recurring role in the same show. That shared voice cast is literally what made the whole thing work without a formal deal. Robin congratulates the Titans on a successful mission and orders pizza as a reward, but couldn't afford any toppings.
What I was trying to say is I didn't have the money for toppings.
Then Michelangelo shows up and tells Robin the real secret to a great superhero team is pizza. Robin immediately bans pizza from Titans Tower.
I have no choice but to institute pizza ban.
The other 4 Titans quit on the spot and join the Turtle Dudes because they have pizza.
But we all joined this team for the pizza.
In their infinite wisdom, the Titans then drink radioactive ooze to mutate themselves into turtles. It goes horribly wrong and puts all of them in the hospital. Meanwhile, the Turtle Dudes steal literally every pizza in existence, and Robin has to get his recovering team together to fight for the supply. They lose badly until Robin figures out the answer is more pizza. They eat their way to enough goofy energy to win, and then steal the turtles' shells, masks, and skateboards on the way out. Just a completely normal episode of Teen Titans Go. Next up, we have TTG versus PPG. 3 kindergarten-age girls accidentally given superpowers by Professor Utonium, protecting Townsville from their most iconic villain, the evil genius gorilla Mojo Jojo. In 2016, Cartoon Network rebooted it to a mixed reception, and this crossover dropped just 2 months in. One cool behind-the-scenes detail, Tara Strong, who voices Raven, was the original voice of Bubbles in the 1998 series, so this episode gave Tara Strong a reunion with Bubbles that the reboot itself never did. Mojo Jojo gets shut down by the girls in Townsville and escapes to a dimension where superheroes don't care about stopping villains.
Mojo Jojo have discovered where superheroes do not care about stopping villains,
which takes him straight to Titans Tower. Cyborg and Beast Boy immediately decide he's a magic monkey and start helping him build an army. The girls cross dimensions to chase him down, and when they meet the Titans, Robin, Starfire, and Raven are immediately condescending to them, despite the girls being clearly better at the actual superhero part of being superheroes. The girls win every single competition. Mojo's army ends up being party monkeys because Cyborg and Beast Boy built it. The girls beat Mojo in a straight fight, and at the end of it all, the Powerpuff Girls narrator has one thing to say.
And so once again, the day is saved. No thanks to the Teen Titans. Seriously, what is wrong with those guys?
Buttercup's parting review of Jump City. Worst place ever. Next, we have Cartoon Feud. Scooby-Doo first aired in 1969, following Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, and their talking Great Dane, solving mysteries that always turn out to be hoaxes. The villain of this episode, Control Freak, kidnaps both the Titans and Mystery Inc. and drops them into his own version of Family Feud, with the losing team getting canceled forever.
And the losing team will find themselves canceled.
The canceled?
Forever.
The Scooby Gang aren't even paying attention. They're looking for clues the whole time. Robin spends the entire episode convinced Fred is hiding something under his ascot. Cyborg fanboys over Scooby and loses all focus. The biggest bit is Cyborg pointing out that Frank Welker voices both Fred Jones and Megatron, which leads to this.
Me? Don't worry, there's no way our voices come from some guy named Frank.
Eventually, Robin rips off Fred's ascot to do the classic unmasking, and it turns out Baron von Billfold, the villain the Mystery Gang had been tracking all episode, was literally growing out of Fred's neck the entire time. Daphne is furious, Velma is unimpressed, Shaggy and Scooby just want snacks. But now we go to Teen Titans Roar. Thundercats is a classic 1985 series following humanoid cat aliens, led by Lion-O, battling the evil sorcerer Mum-Ra. Beloved show, serious tone. In 2018, Cartoon Network announced a comedic, chibi-style reboot called Thundercats Roar, and the fan backlash was enormous. Teen Titans Go writer Michael Jelinek found the whole thing disproportionate and silly, and wrote this episode almost immediately in response. The irony being that Jelinek himself was one of the developers of the 2011 Thundercats reboot, so he's been on both sides of this argument. The Titans watch the first episode of Thundercats Roar and immediately hate it. Starfire loves it. They try everything to get it canceled. A petition, a letter to Warner Bros. That gets a picture of Bugs Bunny back, and a direct confrontation with Lion-O that ends badly because the Thundercats are far more powerful. The joke is right there the whole time. The Titans are doing exactly what fans did to them when Teen Titans Go first aired, and they're completely oblivious to it. Then, the original 1980s Lion-O descends from the cartoon afterlife, voiced by his actual original voice actor, Larry Kenney, and tells everyone that anyone who disagrees with the reboot has a poop mouth with poop opinions.
And anyone who says otherwise has a poop mouth with poop opinion.
The Titans concede. Moving on to Ghost with the Most. Beetlejuice is a 1988 Tim Burton cult classic starring Michael Keaton as a chaotic ghost for hire. It spawned an animated series in 1989, set in the grotesque, pun-filled Netherworld, which is where most of the episode pulls its visuals from. Alex Brightman, who played Beetlejuice in the Broadway musical, voices the character here, making him the first person other than Keaton to play him in a major animated production. The Halloween spirit gets kidnapped and Halloween starts dying. The Titans figure out Beetlejuice is behind it, and the only way into the Netherworld is to die first. Beetlejuice handles that with an axe, off-screen. Once inside, he acts as their tour guide, but is obviously shady the whole time, hiding from Trigon because he owes him money, slamming doors on rooms he doesn't want them to see. It eventually comes out that Beetlejuice kidnapped the spirit himself to take over the holiday and led the Titans straight into a trap. Raven summons a sandworm from the original film that swallows him whole. The spirit is freed, and Trigon shrinks Beetlejuice's head as punishment for the death the moment he gets out. A clear reference to the end of the 1988 film. How the Titans got back out of the Netherworld alive after dying to get in is left completely unaddressed. Next up, we have Hugbees. Freakazoid was a Warner Bros. Animated comedy from 1995 to 1997, produced by Steven Spielberg, following a hyperactive, fourth-wall-breaking superhero who had absolutely no interest in staying on topic. The show hadn't been on screen since 2003. This episode marks its first new animated appearance in over 23 years, with original voice actor Paul Rudd co-writing and reprising the role. It's also the last time we'd hear Edward Asner as Cosgrove or David Warner as the Lobe, since both actors have since passed away. The Brain teams up with the Lobe. The Titans need a 90s hero who knows how to deal with him, and they pull Freakazoid out of a film canister moments before it gets incinerated. He immediately makes a hand puppet of Robin, abandons the Titans in a death trap to go have donuts with Cosgrove, and greets the Lobe like an old friend the moment they meet, which leads to this.
It's so good to see you.
How's the family?
Good. My son just graduated from evil medical school.
I'm sure he's a brainiac, just like his father.
When they finally reach the villain's lair, the Lobe reveals his plan, the Transmogrifier, which will turn all of Jump City into dog-headed people. Freakazoid accidentally destroys it by shouting Hugbees, the self-destruct password, because the Lobe couldn't help himself. It's just too fun to say. And finally, we have Crossover Nexus, and this one is arguably the biggest crossover in Cartoon Network history. OKKO, Let's Be Heroes, was an original Cartoon Network series from 2017 to 2019. And this episode features KO, Garnet from Steven Universe, Ben Tennyson from Ben 10, and Raven from Teen Titans Go, along with dozens of other Cartoon Network characters appearing as Stone cameos. A villain named Strike is hunting down heroes across the destroyed version of Cartoon Network City, encasing everything he hits in stone. He runs out of targets and starts summoning heroes from other dimensions, which is how KO ends up there. The four of them form a team, make their way to Strike's lair, and when Ben gets his Omnitrix back, his solution is to transform into every Cartoon Network hero in sequence: Gumball, Mordecai, Chowder, Finn, and dozens more, before landing one massive Cartoon Network punch-time explosion to end the fight. And when Raven opens a portal to go home, it briefly shows the logo from the original 2003 Teen Titans series, before she switches it to the Teen Titans Go version. 2 seconds of footage that hit harder than almost anything else in the show's entire run. That was every time I could find Teen Titans Go in other cartoons. If I missed any, let me know and subscribe. We're trying to get to 20K.